Okay. Wow. Okay. Ninja. If you want to got some pork, look at this. It's got loads of crackling on there, so she reckons an hour and a half in a normal oven. So I've got to work out how to get this thing going. So I've got using one drawer. It says step 1, program zone 1, select function. So I guess I have to press 1. There we go. Place food in drawer. Select 1 or 2 to select cooking. Right. Food in drawer. Do we need that basket in there? Got some of them paper things, haven't we? Where are they? Got some of them paper trays.
I'm not sure I would leave the basket in. There'll be less space, won't there?
Yeah. But it might drip. It probably drip anyway.
I don't know.
Look,
I mean, I've never used one of these before.
Let's put it in there. Do you have to salt it up or something?
Well, I normally would for a conventional oven, but you don't have to. I mean, that should turn into crackling.
Okay.
Right.
Next step. Zone 1 or zone 2. I've pushed 1. Turn the dial to select the cooking function. So, we want roast, don't we? There we go, roast. Yeah.
Time. How do you change time?
Step 2. Set the time. Select temperature button. Nice. Then turn the dial to select the temperature.
I reckon 190 is good. That's okay.
190 is good, is it? Yeah.
You only want it to cook for 15 minutes.
Select temperature button and turn the
I
dial.
think it needs to cook for more than 15 minutes.
Yeah. Time. So you press the time button. There we go. How long did you reckon?
90 minutes.
90.
But I'd do an hour. Let's see what an hour does. We'll be able to smell it as it's cooking.
Okay. Press play. That did not seem very difficult at all.
Do you not have to warm it before? I suppose not. Well, then we shall see, won't we?
I guess we will. Scouse Ninja. Well, I thought I'd learn with one basket to start off. How are we doing the right one? What if it's warming the bottom one? I mean, is the top one number 1?
I think the whole thing warms, so you could put something else in the bottom drawer.
I only want to learn on one drawer.
Okay.
I mean, they said get the 2 drawer one because it's more better.
And then when you've got things like chips, you go off this. It gives you the temperature and the time, the amount of time.
Does it?
Yeah. That's what it looks like to me.
I'm into belly pork, so. Oh
Okay.
yeah. 12 minutes it says for chops, 11 minutes for sausages. So we'll see how it gets on after an hour then. So. Yeah. Oh, good, that one's not getting hot. That's good. So it must be the top one. Okay, well we've got it. It's almost an hour. It's got 1 minute 25 seconds to go. I can smell it, but is it enough? Will it need to be on for longer? I don't know. And ideally, you see, I like a bit of I like crackling on the pork.
Oh, it's only got a minute to go. Right, I'll get a plate ready.
A plate? Because these things keep cooking, don't they, when the oven stops?
And yes, well, I have to check the bottom drawer because if it does drip down, then you could put roast potatoes.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Leave your plate.
No, it doesn't.
So that's
So then you would put potatoes, I suppose, or whatever in the bottom, which we haven't done.
And you can sync the two. If that one takes 20 minutes to cook and that one takes 10 minutes to
Oh,
cook,
right, I
you
see.
can hit sync and it'll balance it.
Oh, so number
So they all
one
finish at the
represents
same
the top
time.
drawer, and number two
I'm only
represents...
focusing on one drawer to start off with because I've never used one before. They're completely new to me. Let's put the lights on so we can... that's not much light, is it? It should go ping any minute. It's 9 seconds up. And we'll see. Because I like pork, as you know. Belly pork crackling. Oh.
Yes, that's crackling. That's definitely crackling.
Reckon.
It's too hot, you've got to let it settle now and cool. And we mustn't eat it all while Michael's out. Oh, just leave that to cool.
There's all juice in the bottom, right? You need to pour it out while it's still hot.
No, not really.
A lot of congeal on it.
I will deal with that. Just put it back in there. I don't need your help, thank you very much. You've helped before and you know it doesn't end well.
Well, that looks alright to me.
I think that's fantastic. And the way that the crackling has not shrunk. Oh, I'm really hungry now. I can't wait to try some. But we've got to let it cool. That's far too hot to touch.
Get it carved. Come on. What are you eating for? I'm starving. That's a very small knife.
Well,
Haven't you got a better knife?
not really, no. I don't know what the people do with them, actually. Oh, there you go. There's a bit of... Oh, that's come up really well, hasn't it?
We had some decent carving knives.
They've all gone.
I'll get some more from Tino's.
Yeah.
Do you reckon the crackling's okay?
Well, I reckon so. But it's very, very, very hot. I'll cut a little bit of the pork off for you. I suppose you're not really interested in that, are you?
Oh, I'm interested in both.
I'm just wondering if that meat's cooked right. There's a bit of a fat layer which you need to trim off. Oh, he must have smelled it.
Do you reckon the meat's cooked enough?
Maybe I should have salted it. Well, we've got to let it cool one way or another.
Oh.
I can smell it.
You're just in time. You're just in time.
I've just brought back some stuff to chuck in it.
It's too hot to eat just yet.
I didn't put any
It's not
salt
stopping
on the crackling. So it's not like salty.
Has it cooked it through because it's quite a thick thing, that?
Yeah,
And
yeah, I
it's,
think
it's
so.
not microwave, it's a fryer, you know. You know what I mean?
Might have to go in a bit longer, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, you've got the hang of lighting them fires now, boss.
Yeah, I think I have.
Descubre las cremas y super serum de Olay para una piel revitalizada, luminosa y más firme.
I
Olay.
don't think that's going to fit in, is it?
Careful not to burn your fingers. Yeah. Mine. There you go. You should door on that now.
Just
Be careful.
Ease that.
There you go. Okay, now Ug's been to the shops. The pork was absolutely fantastic. Can't. I can't knock it, not even slightly. You know, I've got no criticism whatsoever. It's a marvellous success now. Buggy seems to have got some samosas, samosy things.
They'd be better with a dip, wouldn't they?
I don't know, I'm going to try some though. So it'll be a bit burny. That's what the things are for, aren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have turned them. They're all stuck
Yes.
together, look.
Yeah. It did say something about steaming them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll try a few of them.
I think you left the room when I read the packet.
Oh, it was all in Spanish. And these are chicken wings, are they?
I don't think they're cooked.
Do you need more time?
Yeah.
Oh, I will stick them in for more time.
Get the glasses, I don't know.
I'll do it. I'm the expert now, I've read the manual, the quick start manual. 1. Roast. 15 minutes, 190, go. There you go. Boom. So, if they're not done in 15 minutes, just try another 15. Okay, well, we just finished off the chicken wings, and you'll be pleased to know that the air fry is a huge success. I mean, we started off, put that piece of pork in there with the crackling, and that came out amazing after just 1 hour. So the chicken wings went in. The samosas didn't turn out so good. They all sort of stuck together, but Michael seems to think that you should have put some water in the bottom of the drawer and they would have steamed a bit. I don't know. But I'm going to experiment. I'm just going to throw all kinds in there and turn it on and see how things get on. But I'm really impressed with the first attempt at cooking things. It's come up really well because we've had pork for years when we've tried to get crackling to crackle properly, you know, and it's always been soggy and rubbery and like an elastic band, and you just never get it right. But that got it right first time. Boom! I thought, whoa, I like it. Good evening, YouTubers. Well, my brother will be joining us shortly, I would hope. There's not many chocolate liqueurs left.
And it's not me that's eating them.
It's my brother.
What was it?
Mmm.
Really?
Mmm. I'm just grabbing the last one before he does the rest in.
Oh, she's getting a lot friendly.
So I should have eaten this before we started.
This is very rude.
It's very rude, and I do apologise profusely.
So what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, we were on the subject of the air fryer.
Oh yes, that was extremely successful.
Michael's got an air fryer. You join us over there, dude. We should be able to all fit
scooch up
in.
here.
Hello, please.
We all need to get in tighter. Fit in the camera. There we
There
are.
we go.
Happy family.
We're all here.
Care for a liqueur?
You've already licked it.
I have not.
Again,
How did you know?
He's licked. I can tell. He's
Woo!
All mine then, are they? That was one of his tricks, obviously, when he was a child. I didn't know about.
Well, it's something our kids used to
And the
do.
black
Lick each other's
magic, come
food.
on, so you can't steal it and lick the chocolate.
Is that all live?
Is what?
Is this live?
No.
No.
Alright, well, good evening anyway.
Good evening, everybody.
How do?
How do?
All those northerners. That's what we are.
So you've been walking up and down today and having a good look at Spain, and what do you think of it?
It's great.
The sun's shining.
The sun was shining. It wasn't particularly warm, but yeah.
Well,
Well, even outside in the sun.
Well, 15
it's
degrees.
December.
Lovely. Hey, there was a massive, what do you call them, cruise liner.
Oh yeah, we can see the ocean liner just at the end of our road.
Yeah, you've got a good view of the ocean.
Yeah, when Trevor came over, I went.
It was really cool. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, no.
You know the way you see the mountains of Africa?
Yeah,
But then there's loads more.
yeah.
Is it the Atlas Mountains?
The Atlas Mountains.
It is.
On a clear day, you can see hundreds of miles into the Atlas
Some
Mountains.
days,
They're huge.
some days you can see the cars and the little people if you've got binoculars,
Wow.
and if the visibility's really clear, isn't it, Graham?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, I've never been.
No,
It's
we've been
Neither
to,
have we.
Just there.
we've been to Ceuta once. We did a
Yeah.
day trip to Ceuta.
We did that for
It's-
Christmas with Tim and Conchi,
it's-
didn't we? And the
It's
kids.
being in Spain when you get there, so you may as well just go here.
It's very like Gibraltar actually. It's got quite a Moroccan flavour to it,
Come on,
like
Johnny.
Gibraltar.
It was another disputed territory. I think it originally was Portuguese, but they gave it to the Spanish for some reason.
But the lower bit was Spanish Morocco for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. But we went there, and they've actually dug a zigzag canal, so that it's not
Yeah.
connected to Morocco. It's actually the sea goes through it,
And it's
and they
got
built big castle walls.
yeah, big walls.
Yeah.
We were going to do the gondola trip, weren't we? But we never got round to
Yeah.
it.
Well, we only had a day there, so we just sort of wandered around.
And it's
And it's-
quite tiring. You've got to go quite early in the morning. And
Yeah,
even though the ferry's not that long, I found it quite a long day.
we had some beers, wandered around, had a meal,
Yeah.
and then it was time to come back on the ferry. And you get back, it's
They've got
dark,
a
and you're
gorgeous
tired.
swimming pool, public swimming pool. It's like something out of the Bob Hope and Bing Crosby road films,
Yeah,
the
the
road to
casino was
Morocco.
in the middle of it. It was really smart. actually.
Fabulous, all lit up, palm trees
yeah.
in the middle of the pool.
But it was
and-
December again, so it was freezing cold. You couldn't,
Yeah.
you know, you look at you want to get your snorkel out when you're cosy, like, and
Yeah.
you think, water's ice.
But I think anywhere you go, if you know a bit of the history about it,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just makes it that more interesting. This happened there.
yeah.
Well, even where I live in there's a decisive battle with the Danes in Broadclough and Rochdale.
Well,
Really?
Really?
Evil Rochdale.
the Battle of Rochdale.
Battle of Rochdale.
That was the Vikings and King Arthur or something.
Somewhere around there. So
There was a
the
battle
Danes-
of Rochdale.
Yeah, it was with the Danes and the.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine there would have been a.
Castle Hill.
Was there a castle in Rochdale?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and for years.
You're
well,
making all
the
this
score-
up.
The score was 0-0, right? Everybody was killed, and they lost all the leaders and stuff, and so they just sort of settled, and that's where some of the names Butterworth and whatever, right? But the fields were purple for years. The ploughing the fields, growing
Purple from
Yeah.
what?
blood.
Really?
I shit you not. Don't take my word for it.
Google it.
Google it.
I don't know. I'm not.
A Rochdalian historian.
No, I'm not a Rochdalian historian. I knew they had a new bus station. Well, I didn't know anything
There's a
about
river.
King Arthur.
That's
or
what
anything.
always surprised me. There's a
River
river,
Roach.
River
River
Roach.
Yeah,
But you can't see it because they built the town over the river.
Well, they've opened up a bit now.
Have they?
Then the town flooded. And they thought, oh, it's because they've opened up the widest bridge in the world. It's the widest bridge in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That.
another way of saying it is it was a tunnel.
Well, I knew a lady.
The Mersey Tunnel. Is the Mersey Tunnel a wider bridge?
The minute you got under it, I've done it with the kids, with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dinghies, and it stunk. The dirty,
Horrible. Horrible.
like,
And it wasn't because the
sewage.
fish were roaches, it was the
Is it long?
something to do with cockroaches, wasn't it?
Any river's long.
No, going through the tunnel.
Oh yeah, it was quite long, but it wasn't very deep. And we had to
Right.
I had to go out of the canoes and just get the kids in the canoes now.
Oh.
But then again, when it's really going for it, when it's pissing down, it'll be from like 6 inches to 30 feet or 40 feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge.
I knew a lady who lived in Rochdale and she had some old photographs of before they blocked the river off. And she was the one who explained to me it's the River Roach and there used to be a big river, you could see the river. And she said all that town centre, so that's all built over the river.
Yeah.
I thought,
yeah.
what a shame.
Yeah. Well, I was quite fascinated because up in the Pennines, they decided to. There's a lot of villages that were just destroyed, and they just built dams across the valleys, to fill the valley with water. For water supplies for the cities like Manchester and Liverpool and things like that. Because in the old days, people used to have a well. They'd put your bucket down the well to get your water, or you'd have a stirrup pump and it'd pump the water up from the well.
Uphill from there, and the spring would be running through the graveyard.
Yeah, yeah.
And so the well they're pumping it out of, they'd get all kinds of...
Oh.
So everybody that's died at CB, you'd plant them in the graveyard, then it's running through there. So
Yeah. So I mean, the water table got contaminated by cesspits, sewage, graveyards,
Cholera.
things like that, and everyone was starting to get cholera. So they had to think of a better system for water supply for the cities, and so especially where you live, there's loads of reservoirs up there. Where
And
they
they're
just
gorgeous. I
built
love
a
the
huge dam and
reservoirs.
just
Really
threw everyone out their
nice.
houses and blew their houses up.
Yeah.
And they had to go and live somewhere else.
Dynamite them.
So when the reservoirs dry up, you can see the streets, the cobbled streets of the
Yeah,
towns.
lampposts and stuff. Don't dive us
Derelict
down
houses.
looking at it.
Sometimes, but when it really dries up, you can see it anyway.
Really?
There's no buildings. You can see where they've been. You can see where the roads have been,
Right.
the plumbing.
The streets were clearly visible because they used
Yeah,
to
yeah.
have a cobbled street, and then all the bikies came and nicked all the cobbles when it was a drought. They couldn't transit in there getting all those cobbles out.
It was Foxy did it. Well, yeah.
Foxy.
Yeah.
Who's Foxy?
He's dead.
So-
Oh,
not
right,
the
we need- yeah, we
Foxy,
need to clear this
different
up,
Foxy, different Foxy. Okay?
There's a YouTuber called Foxy.
yeah,
He's
nothing
not
to do with him. He's totally innocent.
Nothing to do. No, Foxy did not
No.
steal any cobblestones from
The
any
bottom of the
reservoirs. Oh
reservoir.
my God, we'll never hear the
No,
end of it.
So when we came to Whitworth in 1976, you'd go and find these old farmhouses and the huge roof. They're not slates, they're stone. And anyway, you move them out of the way and you'd find a cellar, and all the cellars were like identical.
Yeah.
Big stone
Storage.
slab.
I
Yeah.
remember finding him. We were
Yeah.
going down and kids making a den.
Ah, the summer of '76, the year of the
Heat
heat wave.
air rifles. And we were just out with cowboy hats on and eating
Yeah.
bacon grill
Yeah, the
and toast.
yeah.
I've got to press you two, because I have brought this up before. You've got to explain the story of the Pixies.
No. All I will say is Michael was totally innocent in that story.
He
I
was.
was to blame and he got punished, so I'm going to leave it there because I've got loads of guilt over that.
Plus, Mick doesn't want to admit he
And
used
Mick
to believe
doesn't-
in Pixies.
And Mick doesn't want to talk about it either, so we're not going to talk about it.
5.
Well, yeah, he had to be 5 years old, at the most 6. So, you know, a 6-year-old can believe in Pixies if they want to at that age. You know, it's not.
It's before I went to school.
Yeah.
I
So
don't remember Ben believing
Probably
in
4.
Pixies.
anyway, let's change the subject from Pixies, right? We're not talking about the Pixies. It's not a good story.
It's awesome. I might tell it
No,
myself.
we had a grandmother. who was
Here we
about-
go. Here we
She was
go.
about 4'2", and she could kill a man with a tongue from 100 yards, machine gun tongue, and she was Scotch descent from
Fraser.
Fraser, yeah.
Frasers.
Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And she was evil. No, she was a good woman.
Her chosen weapon for disciplining children was the wooden spoon from the kitchen drawer.
Yeah.
And
Did you challenge yourself to do something in the toilet
I'm not discussing it.
and you missed?
I'm not discussing it. It was my mess. I should have cleaned it up and I didn't. It would have been so easy to clean it anyway.
But you just thought, fuck
I'll
it.
let Mick tell the tale because
Fuck it, leave it there.
I'm the guilty
No one
party.
will notice.
So it's coming out now, isn't it? So, my grandma, and she sounded like a Dalek.
Oh, can I just stop you there?
Oh,
Because the other bit we forgot to leave in, we forgot to mention, was our mother had run off with the vicar. 1969, so the grandparents had jumped in because my dad was at work.
yeah.
So-
you can...
fucked off with the vicar.
Grandmother, he got defrocked for that, you know, but, and it was big gossip in 1969, you know, a married woman, and he was married, and
Well, let's give it a joke.
so the grandparents moved in, so it must have been, because you were born in 64, so you couldn't have been more than 5-6 years old.
Aww.
I probably wasn't now, I was about 4. Right. However, he's missed a bit. It sounds, oh, your mum's fucked off with the vicar. It all sounds very good. Let's put the history on the map.
Go
And
for
this
it,
is-
go
this
for
is
it.
history. Do you know why people who wave the flags on Formula Ones and stuff like that, on a podium or whatever. Right. So my Uncle Gordon,
Speak up a little bit.
which was my mum's brother,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
very close to. Anyway, he living a dream. He's changed his life. He's gone to Canada, and he's an amateur racing driver. And at the same time, he's been a marshal at the Can-Am. And at the time, it was called Mossport Park. It became
I don't know.
it was the Can American fucking whatever. So like, and it was they were doing the warm up lap, and they're still driving at 180 miles an hour. And the guy was called Jerry Grant.
Can't remember.
Jerry Grant.
Something like that.
We did research
Yeah,
it years ago.
So it came off. What they'd do, they'd run to the bend and wave the flag and run back. And he'd run to the bend, whatever. And this guy, Jerry Grant, he'd lost it, came off. You think if you stood on the step ladder, podium, whatever, you'd be took out, you'd land, you'd be fine. Anyway, he was instantly killed, you know, and my mum took it really badly. And
She actually said she had
Yeah.
at the exact moment it
Exact moment
happened,
time,
she
dropped
said
the
she was
floor.
feeding Graham. She told me the story loads of times, and she
Really feeding
loved Gordon,
Yeah,
adored him.
Adore him, yeah.
And she said,
Top
and you
number.
remember it actually. You said you were little, but you do remember her clutching her arm, and she fell to the ground. She had no idea what was wrong, and it was later she found out that was the exact moment her brother was killed. On
Yeah, that's true.
and then she started looking for answers with God.
Because she was into the church, so you go for counselling to the church. She got counselled, big style. She got sanctified. He sanctified her soul, and they fucked off and left us. But
He abandoned his wife and 5 children in the vicarage and his entire flock. He was a Lutheran minister.
destined to be the head of the Lutheran Church.
Oh, was he?
Smooth talker.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So your granny's looking after you two
And she was
So
monkeys.
his family and our family were thoroughly pissed off.
And you used at the kids show, you used to say you were like horrid Henry, and he was like perfect Peter.
When we were very young.
Yeah, when you were very,
Well, in
very
the
young.
cartoon series, I laughed because there were similarities, but it wasn't really
Your
like
hair
that.
was always jet black, really, and your hair was always really blonde and curly.
Yeah.
That's when you both had loads of hair and colour.
Let's not talk about.
Foreheads gets bigger. Anyway, yeah, you were always really blonde until fairly recently.
Prodigal child.
Well, yes, that's what he thought. He thought perfect Peter.
Yeah, what a twat.
So you did your little stunt and you left a little turd in the wrong location in a
And
toilet.
blamed it all on the Pixies.
Well, no, that's not quite what happened. I stood up on the toilet seat and attempted to drop one into the pan from a great height. And
Missed.
as you would, you know, when I was probably about 7 or 8 years
It's
old.
not physical, boss. No.
And
Bullshit.
Have you tried it?
I missed, and it
No.
landed on the carpet in the
No,
bathroom.
he did it on purpose. Sorry.
So,
Sorry, Fiona.
I mean, I should have just wrapped it in toilet paper and dropped it down, and that would be the end of it. No one would ever know.
He's making excuses.
But being a stupid child, right, I just left it there and walked off and hoped it would
You
just
thought
go away.
no one would notice.
Hope nobody would notice, or the Pixies would clean it up or something like that. Anyway, over to Mick for the Pixie.
So Nellie the grandma, the savage fucking Scots, whatever she was, who could kill a man from 100 yards with the tongue. And she's, I will exterminate, and just grabs me in there. And she goes, I'll leave you two to...
Locked
she
you
shows
both
us-
in the toilet.
No, yeah. Shows us
Till
this
one of you
turd.
confess.
There's a
Who
turd
did
on
that? Who did
Graham
that?
says, I haven't done it. He says, it must have been the Pixies. And I must have been for, I was preschool. And he said, well, you have to say, you did it. I said, yeah, Grandma, I did it.
Because no one will
Fuck me,
believe it was the
I-
Pixies.
Yeah.
And you got the hiding of your life.
with a wooden spoon. I thought I can't have a wooden spoon in my house to this day. And this thing, it really stings.
You should be ashamed.
I am
Graham.
ashamed of myself. I mean, from my perspective as a child, I was greatly relieved that I hadn't got whacked by a wooden spoon.
The way
But
he
Probably
described
at
it
the
to
same,
me, he said,
I had guilt.
How can you?
he said,
No,
we're,
look,
we're locked
I know
in the
that-
toilet
I
and
know about gravity. There was no wind. You know, like if you like looking at precision bombing from
It
a-
was a science
Did it-
experiment.
I have a question. Did it
No,
bounce off the
it fucking
seat or
shines on
did
the
you just
floor and
completely
break on
miss?
Well, I was facing the wall.
No,
Oh, so you were doing it the wrong way round to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still on that.
I just thought the aim would
on
be
the
better
floor,
that way.
the toilet.
And
Left
anyway, I looked round and it
Oh, I'm not
completely
picking that.
missed, and I thought,
I'm not
oh
picking
no.
Ooh.
Anyway, I didn't try that again, but that wasn't the point.
So
The way he described it to me was we were locked in the toilet.
the person who wanted us to know about the Pixies, you've just found out. That was a personal message to somebody.
Oh, someone who watches.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. You said to me, well, there I am locked in the toilet thinking,
I'm still traumatised about
fucking
it.
hell, I'm going to get the beating of my life. How am I going to get out of this?
The whack.
And
When-
then you
when
remembered
I-
that Michael liked the Pixies and you'd said, well, I didn't do it. And he said, well, I didn't
Well-
do it. And he went, well, the Pixies must have done it. But adults don't believe in Pixies. So we better say, you did it, Michael. Because you loved the Pixies.
I didn't even
I am
know.
ashamed. I am to this
So
day.
you should be.
But it was child abuse. I mean, you never get away with that in this.
Oh, I
it was
know,
the
yeah.
1960s. I mean, you wouldn't get away with that today. If you did that to a child today, you'd be up in court. You really would.
So how bad was it?
Pretty stingy.
And did you actually feel bad at the time, or did you think, yeah, little bastard, he's getting a beating?
No, I genuinely had guilt because
Do you
but
believe him?
guilt and belief.
Guilt and relief. Thank. I got out of another script.
And I did.
She was no. Our kids not bad. I mean, I do have things. Like, I remember. Even in 1976, I was 12, and going on a rope swing and it snapped and I fell and I hit a tree root and I was unconscious. And as I'm coming round, I can hear him going, "Don't touch him! Don't touch him! Don't touch him!" You know, as everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do.
He
believe-
does love you,
Yes.
Michael. He does love you.
No, but he had a thing. He just to hate me, and forget about hitting me with swords after and stuff like that. But yeah, he had a genuine love-hate thing, but was not from my part.
It's quite talking of William and Harry, because like
Yeah.
Harry wrote this book.
They've
called-
had loads of fights, haven't they?
Yeah, Harry
These
wrote
kids
this
growing
book
up.
called Spare, and he went, "Oh, William broke my necklace and pushed me over, and
And he had more
landed,
sausages than me.
I landed on a dog bowl."
Well, you look.
I mean, that's like it, but I think they've punched each other
The,
out.
the
a lot.
Queen gave him a much bigger car than the one he gave.
But, I mean,
she gave me.
he's-
going back.
Yeah, no, sorry.
No, I mean, going back to that, you look at any animals, and I've got lovely things of all the kittens fighting. And
Yeah,
you wouldn't
sibling
really-
rivalry,
Yeah,
innit?
I mean, yeah, sibling rivalry. And all puppies do it, cats do it, wolves.
But don't you think he's a great big girl's blouse complaining that William broke his necklace? In light of, I mean, Graham said he left you up a lamppost, he put you through a window, you've battered him. I mean, could you ever see either of yourselves going, Michael broke my necklace or Graham broke my necklace? Don't you think Harry's a bit of a, like,
Puff.
take your skirt off, man, and man up, God's sake.
Oh, we've done all kinds to each other, me and our kids. Fucking horrendous things.
Well, anyway, then there you go. That's the Pixies cleared up.
See, it was a non-story. It was a non-starter to begin with, wasn't it?
But we've ended up loving each other.
We
And we always did. And like I said, like that, like when you know, out of all the hate, and then it's like, don't touch it, you know, things stick out in your mind, and
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
if you'd have been getting beaten up off the street, I'd be the first one in.
Yeah.
In fact,
Well, we've
Vice
seen that
versa.
since. We've seen that
Yeah,
since,
yeah.
haven't we? Many times in our 20s and things like that. Yeah.
You back each other up,
Well, I've
you know,
backed him
when
up.
someone...
Well, I can't say. On
Oh
camera,
God,
but
no! Don't tell that story.
I
The
definitely backed him
the
up a few
Bennies.
times when I shouldn't have done.
Yeah,
Could have turned out very bad, but it didn't in the end.
very bad.
So yeah.
Indeed. But no, it's a sibling thing. Like I said, going back, I'm privileged. We've all had a few drinks. So like,
Speak for yourselves. I'm drinking water because I'm pure
Indeed.
and pious, and I like to
Indeed.
judge others who drink. I hardly touch the
I'm
stuff.
so lucky. She's a virgin, Vicky. I was going to say.
Oh God.
She's a virgin.
cut
Fiona.
that out.
How many have you had?
I don't
I'm
know.
going to church in a minute.
It started about 5 o'clock.
You started at
that's
5
right,
o'clock. I literally.
Well, it's 10
This
to
is
10.
my third gin and tonic, and I only started half an
It's
hour
10
ago.
to 10. Look, Russell will get a close up of the watch.
You what? Oh, I only stop talking. The camera's going to pick it all up.
What did he say?
I don't know. I'll ask after. I think we should probably. I think we should probably. This is 23 minutes, 24 minutes. I think
Can
that's.
you cut some bit out of this?
Oh no, they're clean cuts. They're just.
Well, we can, but we generally don't unless we have to, you know?
Right.
I mean, if it's really important, yeah.
Why? What did you say? Something incriminating?
No, like him saying that, calling you a personal friend of mine, stuff.
Oh, well, his daughter's called that as well.
Yeah, but he wasn't thinking about it.
No, he wasn't thinking about her. He wasn't thinking about her.
I
Oh, and your battery's dying.
Well,
I think.
I've never met that lady that you were referred to.
Yeah.
Look,
Yes,
you've
I
got
know.
2%
It's
left
good,
on your
it's good.
battery.
I do talk about her a lot.
20%, yeah.
So it was like,
And like Alice here, and
Don't say Alice. That was one
No.
of Ben's girlfriends.
but you know,
My name is Fiona, right?
Fiona, that's
God's
it. That's
sake,
it.
man.
That's it. I knew it was something like that.
yeah, I thought it was as well.
Fiona's. That's a lovely name. That was my mother's name.
Pair of wankers, both of you. Good night, may your God go with you.